temporary staff to do the opening prayer, and Day and McKinnon to do his opening remarks. Please stand.
This name. That's good, Doctor. The that's the internet. And there's anything that must be shown out. So that I'll be very enough. But I get a chance to meet that who's in doing it. Also, usually, and they have to start in 3 days, you have to start to show them. Begin the and that's how I'm building a church here. The children got begin the kind of listening. They were the same near the church, a pleasure, young and young over the kind of lessons doing it. Watch our your channel, within doing it.
Good morning, elders, distinguished guests, our neighbors from our visiting communities. I welcome you to that Day1 territory. Over these next 3 days, you're going to learn or relearn our traditions and practices that we've done in the past. For many years, we've always talked about returning to the past and everything we do, we don't practice it. So I hope in these next 3 days that you're going to learn to open hearts and open minds. There is no wrong ideas, and they're all the right ideas. So I really hope you guys will really do in-depth, be proactive, get engaged, and get involved with everything that's happening over the next 2 days. So thank you for coming and welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Marvin. My name is Carla Olenek, and I work at the MACA, the Alternate Justice Center. We've been able to put on this 2-day workshop, traditional practice workshop, with the assistance of the Whut'en program. A couple of things that I just want to cover before we start is this is not planned business. This is not an all plans gathering. It's not a situation where we're going to be dealing with outstanding business. This is simply a venue for us to gain information about our culture and to clarify what some of our practices are. This is not intended to offend anybody. Any of the questions that arise are not directed at certain people. It's simply an opportunity for us to learn. This is only a 2.5-day program, or workshop, sorry, but I think that this is something that we can grow into the future. It's something that we need to continue on to in order to be aware of what our culture is. One of the suggestions I had this morning was there might be an opportunity, even for instance, for us to make a comic book for the children in elementary school so they can learn the proper etiquette in our culture and our clan business. So thank you very much to the Leading Our Way program for helping us out. Did you want to say a word? Okay. The other thing I just want to mention that Mr. Marvin Martin is our chairperson. Although he is Deneza, again, this is not planned business. He is the chairperson. We're here simply to obtain information from others. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Leon, and I'm the coordinator for the Leading Our Way program. And over the last year, we have run 2 programs, and this is our 3rd one. Traditionally, what we've done is we've actually taken our students to the community to have lunch with the elders. Because we're kind of on a tighter timeline this time, and we're getting towards winter time, and I didn't think probably to have them in the middle of winter would be that much fun for them. We decided to use our funds and jointly go into something with Carla. And Carla and I have been talking for probably the last 6 months about how nice it would be to have a gathering where people got clarification on some of the things that happen within the potlatch system. So we sort of, this has kind of been, over the summer, I was displaced because my office was moved, so I was over at the Justice Center. So this really came to life this summer. And Carla and Shannon and I, in April sometime, we had a lot of talks about how we're losing a lot of our elders and a lot of the knowledge is going away with them. So we thought this would be a good opportunity to educate some of the younger people on how things are supposed to be traditionally done. So as Carla said, this is not planned business. We never intended that. We just basically thought that it would be nice if all of our elders could get together with some of our students and our young people, and even some of us middle-aged people, and educate us. So, Masi, and thank you for all for coming, and we appreciate you being here. And please feel free to have input into this. It's not, we have set the agenda so that it is loose enough. You can ask questions. If you feel nervous about asking a question, there's a box back there with some paper. You can write your question down. And when things slow down in between, we'll draw questions randomly. So thank you all on behalf of my program.
So we're going to start off with the traditional medicine. If we could get Mr. George Morris, Ms. Minnie Morris to come up. Is Miss Minnie Thomas here? No. Okay. George and Maggie.
Morning. My name is Martin. Welcome, family. Welcome to the newly renovated hall. Nice. We're starting off with traditional medicine. There's no two-pair people here doing medicine in our community. They've got a good background. Their moms and dads, grandparents. Thank you. And my name is George Morris. I've learned a lot about medicine from my parents. I worked with the elders for a few years. I worked a few years with the elders of Atlantic Nation. I had the opportunity to do my medicine and do translation. And that's where I listened to the elders, the recordings from long ago, and many of them they talk about medicines. That's why I learned medicine. With long like before the Europeans came around, the medicine men were called shamans. And they got their power, they taught them from different places in the forest. Some of them they got their power from the animals and plants. There's a lot of the legends where they talk about people getting the power of the culture master, they talk about one man had the power of the eagle, the sea candy had the power of the wind. These powers were given to them through their grandmother. After the culture master, grandmother came back to the village and there was only two boys were alive, they were in cradles. She put a feather, an eagle feather in one cradle and a plant called the wind owl plant. Sea candy. The sea candy and other creatures, and that's how they got their power. And in other legends that were told, like the mosquito man, this young man, he escaped after mosquito man ate all the people, like, he ate all the people, and he started on the beaver. But when the mosquito man was killing the people, his young boy, he took off and he went into the forest and got his power. And there's a story about Blackwell. He's one of our ancestors that lived here in the 1600s. In the mid-1600s, he lived amongst our people. And he was a very well known member of our clan. He was a Day1. He used to be a very old man. He had gray hair and his hair was turning yellow. Yellow is so old. They figured he lived to be over 110. Anyway, he was one of the first ones that acquired the axe in this country here. He got some village not too far from Whut'en. He got back an axe and that was the first one that was found in our village many years ago in the 1600s. He was so proud of it. He had the Bible and he hung it in the lodge and the rafters so people could admire the axe. Well, it was the custom in those days to prepare for winter, like you would have to find a place where there was lots of wood for them to burn through the winter. That's where they built their big houses, where they had the good stacks of wood. Anyway, they were preparing their lodges for big houses and they were cutting boughs for the doorway. They had a pile of boughs on the ground when the axe that Blackwell owned, the head fell off of it and it fell into the boughs. They took their arm for it and they couldn't find it. It had fallen into the snow underneath. This is where they talk about the medicine man, the shaman. Blackwell hired a medicine man to find that axe. He told him, I think, by the biggest skunk because this medicine man he had a skunk rope around skunk hide around his neck. And he started dancing and chanting. He had people helping him singing and drumming. He's dancing around. He had cut up on the hold, rub onto that skunk hide while he was dancing. And it was during his chanting and gesturing that the skunk hide removed himself from his neck and went into the boughs. He was gone for a while, it was simply into the boughs. He was gone for a while, and then when he came back, he had the axe in his mouth. So I think that our ancestors, they had the power of nature. Like many of our ancestors, many of the legends that I work with and transcribe, many of the elders, they told these legends through the hands of St. Joseph, Ahmed Joseph. Many of the elders, they spoke about legends and recordings and what they work with. That's where I learned a lot about this how our ancestors, the Israelites, the animal kingdom, the legend about Chishkasanda, the Chishkasanda. In the one about the Alce massacre where the human found his two children, they took this woman here, she took these two boys here. There were two hills in the cove. One was called Swan Chunk Hill and the other one was Jumping Owl Hill. And each night she trade places to put them on a different hill and they would keep them in one of those two hills. And that was how they got their power to become medicine. The legend there told how the boys they grew up when they were young boys, they started trading places themselves. This is how they acquired their power. went men, one brother asked the other and said, what happened to all our people? Where are all our people? And then they said, let's go ask our grandma. They called her grandma. And they asked her, said, what happened to all our people? And she told them about the legend about how the people from the country, they came down and they killed all the people in the coast. She said, they wanted to get rid of it, they wanted to know who it was. She said, Dad. He said, there's lots of people there, how you would do that? There's lots of people living there. And she changed her mind and said, okay, well, go to your powers. Sinbad, he turned himself into a big eagle and he started flying around. He started flying around. Then we had sea candy, the one that had the wind power. He started blowing up the storm. He made a big tornado and started blowing everything up into the sky. And Bradley said, Dad, tell that Dad. Tell him to stop. He said, I think you can do it now. I said, come with me, I'll show you where Kelsey is. So he brought them to Portage. And when he got to Portage, he told them, he said, you go across to the mountain over there. Kelsey is halfway up the river there. Find Kelsey. You go there, and that's where the people from Kelsey are. Anyway, Eagle Man, he went down to the lake and took a feather out of his bag and put it in the water. Instantly, he turned into a canoe. He passed across the lake. He packed up his feathers. The canoe turned back into a feather and he put it in his bag. He went over the mountain and he got to Kelsey. When they got to Kelsey, Eagle Man, he used his power and he started flying around about the village. There was one old lady, she looked out and she said, you were the diet tunnel and then they cut the door. Started looking bird flying across. All the people that started coming out of the bonfire. And they all came out to look at this eagle. What the Eagle Man was waiting for was Day1. Day1 came out last. Eagle Man swooped down and picked up Day1 and put him up. As he was picking him up, somebody would grab onto his feet and sometimes would grab onto his feet. Pretty soon, Eagle Man was picking up all the people up in the air. And then, while this was happening, there was a young man who was running around. His name was Suya, Little Spruce. Anyway, Little Spruce was running around. And he was the last one to grab onto the last person's foot there. What he was doing when he was running around was spreading around his roots. And when Eagle Man flew up, he couldn't bring him up any further because these fruits had his roots spread out all over. And so these fruits broke all his people free except for Day1. Day1, he was the only one that the eagle had. The eagle just went down and kept smashing Day1 against the water. Look what happened. He said, they cut down. They cut me. I know what it was. He said to him, he said, you're going to be the rock that people land on. They dropped them into the river. And that's where that big rock is in front of them. I said there's a big rock, that's what Eagle Man is turned out Day1 to a big rock. And many of our legends, what our people told me, talk about how our ancestors were so connected to the animal kingdom that they were able to use the power of the animals. They knew so much about the animals, but they hunted and lived on. And there's one story about Saskatchewan. So when they were married to the bear, our ancestors, they were starving, they were having a time of starvation, and this bear, this female bear, she turned herself into a woman and she married one of her one of the men in the community. But during the winter that she showed him how to find the bear dens. Showed him how to find the bear dens. That's how he would kill bears, and that's how he saved his people. It was 2 years, but he gave me the bear. And when she wanted to leave, he just kept calling her, but he did not let her go. After about 3 days, he said, you've been following me for 3 days now, you wouldn't know how to get home. He turned around and said, if you turn around now, I'll make the distance short for you. Because if you turn around, you wouldn't know where to go. He said, I'll make the distance short for you. So he decided to turn back around, because she wouldn't go back for him. Anyway, when he just turned around, he wasn't very long before he was at his by back in his village. That's how our ancestors they connected with nature so much that they were able to intermarry with animal kingdom. In many of our legends, there's instances of where our ancestors married into the animal kingdom. And the shaman, he was very well respected, the medicine man. He was very well respected among people. And he was like that. There was an instance at Sunback where there was one of these people here, he was a nobleman. They found him dead, and they used a medicine man to find out what happened to him. He told those people what happened to his, so that's how they used the medicine man powers. Like a lot of times these medicine men, they would have their helpers, like people that are drumming and singing with them, and they would dance around, and they would get into trances, and they would jump on the body that they were healing, and suck on the body, and they would come up with whatever sickness was in that man or woman, and that's how they would heal. And these medicine men, a lot of them, they acquired this gift through the training of the elders, or it was a gift that was given to them. A lot of our ancestors, they dreamed about different animals in the animal kingdom, and they used the powers, and they dreamed about the plants too. Like many of the plants that our ancestors were given to our ancestors or given to them in dreams. And our ancestors, they had medicine that would heal most sicknesses they had in those days. But before the European contact, there was no flu or there was no measles around. And our ancestors, they suffered more from these diseases than the white people, because the white people, they lived with these diseases for hundreds of years. But when it came around amongst our people long ago, it was very devastating to them. It almost decimated our people. The flu, just the common flu, it was very dangerous for our people, because they never faced illnesses before. They never had flu or measles. So there's many plants in the forest that heal our people. And there's a legend, not a legend, but it's one of the stories that Whut'en told to Eugene. Whut'en told to Jutta Hansen about the flu epidemic. They used a bottle of medicine during the flu epidemic, because that medicine is the really powerful medicine. He said that all the people who drank this Tutinatu, all the people who drank that medicine, they survived. And all the ones who didn't drink it, they died from the flu epidemic. So I urge a lot of you to learn about our traditional medicine, because He's worked for our ancestors for thousands of years, and he's still working today. The only thing I'm worried about now is that pesticides and pollution might be affecting our plants, and I think we should have some way where we could test our plants for insecticides and pollution, so that what medicine will make people more sick and heal them. Because a lot of the pharmaceutical drugs that we take nowadays, they have more side effects than cure. You get 10 side effects for one cure, and then you got to take something else for that. You know, those pills are all chemicals that our bodies are not used to it. And the one we did use chemicals a long time ago. Our ancestors, they only used natural remedies from the forest. And our ancestors were spiritual. They had their spirituality. They believed in supreme being. And there's a prayer that our ancestors they used. It was called, they would pray to Day1. Day1 is our Father. They prayed to our Father and said, Day1, Day Chaka Intan, Day Chaka Dini, Dem Katni Mani Ki Intan. Said the Creator made all these wonderful plants here, and put all these wonderful plants on this earth for us. So we pray now for the plants here, and we pray for Mother Earth. But now, you know, the healing qualities in medicine, they work through belief. You have to believe in them. It's like you believe in a higher power or creator. Jesus is a healer. You turn to Jesus, you pray to Jesus, he'll heal you for. He worked miracles like thousands of years ago, and he's still working miracles today. And I'd like to close with saying that I wish that more people would be interested in learning our traditional medicines, because it worked for our ancestors for thousands of years and can still work today. Thank you.
Thank you, George. As you can see, George has a lot of history, and he knows a lot about his medicine. And like he said, herbicides, pesticides are ruining the plants, the medicine, which is true. And another thing he mentioned was to believe in the Indian medicine, that you take, believe in it, and it'll cure you. There are many different medicines out there that we don't know. And there's no better people than these four, five of them sitting up here. Maggie?
Hello, my name is Maggie. I do a lot of medicines for communities and schools and anyone who asks for help medicine. Anyone could teach medicine as long as they believe in it, like what was said in Marvin. You pray about it and pray that you get better. And how you take your medicines out from the ground is you put back whatever you want, tomato, a piece of your hair, or some other stuff. Pray about it. About a person being gifted, I don't know about that. Just have to learn about that one. Being gifted to take medicine and doing it. I learned a lot about medicines from my parents, my brothers and sisters, and others, like doctors. All of the medicines that work a lot all you gotta do is believe in it. What else to know about? I'm a very nervous person. I don't talk in very much public. Usually my sister Val talks for me, but she's not here right now. Is there anything anyone wants to ask about medicines? I really don't know about that part. Giving medicine out in a cockroach. Long time ago, they don't, they give medicines out to everyone. They don't just give it out in certain times. They don't pay for the medicines. They give it out. Like I don't charge for medicines. I just give it out and I make it. The only time they give me money just to get lotions or whatever I make medicine to it. I just make go get stuff with the money. But I do not accept money. Long time ago they didn't do that. Very shame. Is there anything else?
Maggie? What is an appropriate gift to give to someone who has when making Indian medicine?
Probably tobacco or anything that the person wants to give the person. It's up to them to give whatever they want as a gift. And it's very special to give gifts and not to a person who makes medicine. Anyone could make medicine. You don't have to go to a medicine person. All you got to do is just pray about it, do what you're supposed to do in the bush, put down tobacco and pray.
Can you use the mic, please, when you're asking questions? Because we're recording everything, and it's a little bit hard to hear you. And this is actually a really good mic. We're going to switch. All right.
I was just going to ask, is there a certain time of year where medicines are more stronger if you pick them, give more powerful medicine?
Oh, that's right too. In the springtime, the more the fresher growth comes out, and in the fall time, the medicine is more stronger. And where you take your medicines out is the rivers, streams, and lakes, and anywhere where there's water. That's where it's more stronger and more moist, and the medicine is good there.
Maggie, you do very well. Thank you. Nervous? Thank you for sharing with us. Can you talk a little bit more about Kinnikinnick, how we prepare it, how long we should drink it, and who should have it?
Kinnikinnick is for heart medicine, for kidney, liver, and it's for women. I do a lot of Kinnikinnick for women. They go through menopause, and they ask me to do that, and I make it for them, and they get better from it. Some of them may go years and years to take it, but most of them just take it for a little while, then they get better. And all your medicines, you wash it before you take it, and you take it where there's good land and good medicines.
Okay, Mikey, if George is willing to stand beside you and answer some questions.
I was just going to ask a really important question about picking medicine. Back in the day, growing up with the elders, they used to tell me that he was the you now too. The name of Sashawan was now too. He was the name is in the Kahan and you are do you believe that we should pick our medicine away from the roadways and the byways where no evil people walk? We need to pick our medicine way out in the bush. That was told to me by my elders.
Yes, that's probably true. That along the roadside where there's medicine, we do not pick because there's a lot of dirt and the cars go by every day. So it's probably not good to pick near the road. And you only pick medicines with the people you know that the person is like that we're talking about. There's some probably people like that we don't know. Just the people that we know, and most people probably know not to do things like that. They should never do that.
Hi, Maggie. When a person makes medicine and if they're a woman, are they allowed to make medicine while they're on cycle?
No, they shouldn't do stuff like that when they're sick. And a person shouldn't be making medicine when they're sick anyways, especially when you make medicine out there in the bush, you cannot be mad or angry or anything. You have to be out there happy and be happy to take it out. You cannot be angry or mad at anyone when you go out there.
I had another question. Can just anybody pick medicine, or does it have to be somebody who's powered?
Anyone could pick medicine out there, as long as you do it the proper way. We've been doing medicines for many years, and long time ago, my family, both sides of the family, they did medicines for people out there, and they did medicines, and what they did was, they probably did the same thing we're doing today. Anyone could do it, as long as you do it the proper way. And don't pick medicines just for nothing, just take it out only when you need it. Sometimes we pick it in the spring and the fall, we use it through the year, and you only keep the medicine for a year. You don't keep it till after that. You can disregard it.
When a person is on medication from a doctor, are they able to take the traditional medicine?
I heard a lot about that. A lot of people say they can't take any medicine when they're sick, when they get medicine from the doctor. But some of our relatives, they don't like the medicines that they take because they get sick from it, but they disregard the medicine and they take the Indian medicine, which is good and they get better from it. You just have to believe in it and they will get better.
Hi, Mikey. I'm just wondering about, isn't there every year you girls go to the bush at the health center to do the herd medicine?
Yes, do.
every certain time of the year?
Yes, in the springtime we do, and sometimes in the fall, which I enjoy very much. When I go out into the bush.
Another question, Maggie. What do I do with some medicine that wasn't used, like after it's been a while, and do I bring it back to the mountain or?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We put back the medicines back to the ground. Even though when you finish making the medicine, you put it back into the bush and you do a prayer and you put it back far in the bush where no one walks.
Any more questions?
Hi, Maggie. With the flu season coming, is there any certain medicines you can use for people who have chronic coughs or people who have asthma that will help alleviate the symptoms? Because I know asthma affects their lungs as well.
Asthma is balsam you take it out in the springtime or even in the summer. In the fall time it's very hard to come out. That's really hard to take it out. Then you boil it for about maybe half an hour and you drink it every morning and every night. That's what you do with all your medicines. You take about half a cup in the morning and half a cup at night. And you pray and you drink it every. Red willow too is also good for acne.
Thank you.
Maggie, we have to be careful with what types of pots and spoons we use when we make the medicine and how we store it. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
How I store it is you have to dry all your medicines and make sure you don't use plastic. You put it into a paper bag or a jar, dry all the medicines and put it in a jar. And then sometimes I put it in the freezer and preserve it. And water, you put the good water. The good water you use, don't use tap water. Use the good water. Use enamel pots or even the steel one. You boil it for about a couple of hours and then you cool it off, you strain all your medicines and you put them in jars and you put it in the fridge and you use it every single day to get it done. But most time you leave it is for 3 weeks and you disregard it after that. No aluminum, don't use anything else but enamel.
Maggie, Junior is too shy to say anything. He asked, what if you don't believe in it and you take the medicine, will it work?
We take the medicine and we pray about it. We ask the Creator to help the person to get better with the medicine. We say some words. May one fancy message on the lesson and help me greatly. And then they are there in a bush for them. Most of the medicines I make, the chances are I can call a lot of people. And I also make devil stuff with lotion and get it back like this. I make it with vodka. Good water, you could make anything with that kind of medicine, and we could like do some other medicines. Even others, they asked me how to make medicine for them. Long ago, our people used devil's cup. We didn't know what that was, but we started to know what it is. It's a very good medicine. It's also good for cancer. I gave a few people for cancer. You boil the bark of the devil's cup, and then you strain it. And then the person takes it for 3 weeks. Takes 1 teaspoon. It's very strong medicine. Take 1 teaspoon of the devil's cup, and you use 1 cup of good water, and you drink it 3 times a day for 3 weeks. And then you quit 1 week, and you start over again. And you know your cancer is gone.
May I just like to comment on 2 people that had spoken before, and I think it was Joanne who said something about the health center. I work at the health center, and Maggie, we do bring Maggie out in the springtime and the summer to get medicines, and everybody's welcome to come out with us. We advertise it, we have rides, we have a lunch. When we come back, Maggie helps us prepare it and teaches us stuff about whatever we've gotten. But in the winter time, a lot of people are asking for balsam. So in the springtime and when we go in the summer, everybody's welcome to get balsam for the winter time. If we don't pick enough for everybody and there's not enough, then you can come out and get your own balsam. So everybody's welcome to get medicines for the winter time. So I just like people to know that. And the other one is Susan, when you spoke about the 2, like the modern medicine. I know somebody that takes both and believes in the Indian medicine, and the doctors are astounded at how well he does most of the time, because he takes that Indian medicine as he does well. So, and he probably doesn't have as many side effects.
It might be was a pretty strong medicine you're talking about. They're all true. I had a lot of friends that I was away for 45 years, and I had a lot of friends that used the medicine in Hobbema, Alberta, and Saskatoon. People I know, they take medicine, so it's medicine's taken everywhere. Our native people use that since the dawn of time. I had a friend in Vancouver Island, a white man, a good friend of mine, and his son was married to a native woman in Haida Gwaii. And he phoned me in Maple Ridge. He said, Charlie, I just got this medicine from my daughter-in-law from Haida Gwaii, Indian medicine. Go ahead and take it. I said, you go ahead and take it, Sam. And he said, and make sure you believe in it, strongly believe in this medicine that it'll work for you. Oh, it's, what am I saying is that it's powerful medicine that our ancestors made a long time ago, which we still carry on yet, still works yet. You know, we had a really bad advanced cancer rate, eventually died from it, but Indian medicine that he took kept him alive that much longer. So this medicine that our ancestors made really works. That's what I'm saying. Must be true.
Thank you. There's one I read about Indian tea. Indian tea is very good medicine for everything. Indian tea is also good for a lot of people who have pneumonia. So drink Indian tea every time. But don't drink too much. You're only supposed to drink it at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. You don't drink too much because it makes you sick. It makes you feel like throwing up. But Indian tea tea is very good for pneumonia. Anyone out there who has pneumonia, they can repeat right away.
Okay, because we're spending too much time on one person, we're going to introduce the next one. And what we're going to do is answer questions, and any one of these ladies and George, you're going to answer.
Okay, thank you for listening to me. I really enjoy doing my medicines with everybody. Merci, Joe.
Okay, next guest, Winnie Thomas.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to your territory. I come from Cyprus. My name is Winnie Thomas, and I've been doing medicine since I was very young. I think a lot of people know my mom. Her name was Sophie Thomas, and she was one of the greatest healers in our territory. Who taught me? And her mother, her grandmother, taught my mom medicines. It's very important to keep your culture alive by teaching people the medicines that you know. I do a lot of different workshops on teaching people on what medicines to use for your body. I said the Creator was very good to us because He made a plan for every sickness that is on this planet. So you have to, everything is sacred, my mom said. Everything that is alive, you have to, when you go out gathering, you have to make sure that you respect and take care of the plants and the lives you're taking. So when I do medicines, I make sure my 4 parts of me are more well balanced. If I'm not in a good mood, or if I'm sick, or if I'm a little bit cranky, I don't touch the medicines. And when you go out, we just don't run out to make medicines. You do a lot of praying before you go out to gather the medicines because they are sacred. I'm sort of shy talking to people like this. When I do workshops, I show them all the medicines that I use in a different format, not just talking about it. There's a lot of things that you have to do when you're doing medicines. You pray. You pray before you go gathering. You pray while you're making the medicine. You pray for the people that you're going to help. And it's, when you do the medicines, you don't just cook it in any pot you use, like the lady said, enamel or glassware. And when you're finished cooking the medicines, you don't just throw it in the garbage or whatever. You either bury it or you burn it. I made a book on my mother's medicines, and it took me about 3 years of my life to put it all together. I think there's a lot of people that know about the plants and medicines of Sophie Thomas. I was one of her daughters that do medicine since I was very young. I was taught by my mother, and I was taught by different elders from different parts of our country to do different kinds of medicine. I went up north. I learned from the people from the Yukon how to do different medicines. They teach me, and they tell me you keep on using it and teach other people how to take care of themselves. And when the doctors don't, they can't do anything, for some people that are very sick, they usually send them to me. Or when my mom was alive, they'd send the patients to see her. We do mix traditional and Western medicine together because our medicines are natural and they don't have no side effects. And we have medicines for the woman, we call it the woman's medicine. We have medicine for the men, we call it the men's medicine. And we have medicines for babies. So we take care of just about everything that you need. When you go see a traditional healer, you don't give them money or anything like that because the medicines we make is free. But if you want to give a gift to a traditional healer, it's something they eat, something to wear. But me, I don't know, they give me gas cards so I go out in the bush and make medicines, and it takes a lot of our time. It's not an easy thing to do. I can teach you about medicines, but I can't make a healer out of you. It takes many years, like my mother says, a gift that the Creator gives you to give you healing hands and to help people get better. Like I said, I never do workshops like this to talk about medicines. I usually teach you how, and I bring my samples with me. Yeah, my mother was my greatest mentor, and there's many other elders from different reserves that taught me their way of making medicines. And they say something about healers having a healthy lifestyle. I'm human just like all of you, and I go play bingo and whatnot, but I still do make medicines. Like I said, all my 4 parts have to be well balanced when I do it. And there's no reaction to the traditional medicines that I make for people. There's no side effects as far as I know. And when we do medicines for people, there's not a fee. It's always free because it's there for you to use. You just have to know how to identify the plants that you're using. And I teach people how, when I go out with them, to identify trees, plants, shrubs, and whatnot that is out there. Like I said, the Creator was very good to us. He made a plan for every element that our body has. You just have to know and learn about it and use it. That's it. They want to ask a question? Okay.
Very interesting. If you ever go to the cancer unit in Prince George, you'll see Minnie's mom, Sophie, planted some medicine plants outside. That's something gifted to her. Yeah.
Mercy. What a treat to hear from our medicine people, our herbal medicine. I'm just up here to tell you about my husband. My husband was diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer over 1.5 years ago. The doctor told the specialist told him it's too late for treatment, too late for chemo, too late for radiation. Send him home to die. But Larry didn't take it laying down. We got some Indian medicine from Mary. She treated Larry over a year with her traditional medicine. Larry also took cannabis medicine, which is called Phoenix oil. It's like in a syringe style. He took 1 drop a day for the cancer. It took about a year and a half. Larry also had to do his part. He had to look at himself. He had to change his diet. He had to forgive a lot of people in his life about what he's done in his life. He did a lot of work on himself. He also believed in the medicine, that it was going to heal him. It was a tough year. Many times he wanted to give up, but he didn't. A month ago, he went to the specialist. The specialist told him, Larry, I don't know what you're doing, but get on your hands and knees. And Larry told him, I have faith and I believe in God. He told him the scan on his lungs were clear. At the time, they told us that the cancer had advanced to his lymph nodes. Last month, they told him that the lymph nodes were all clear. His lungs were clear. The cancer was dormant. He sent him home. He told him, I don't know what you're doing, Larry, but you keep doing what you're doing. Don't come back here again. I want you to have a blood test every 6 months. If it wasn't for Mary's medicine and his belief in the work he'd done on himself, this would not have been possible. Dr. Mary here made medicine for Larry. She would tell him take it for 2 weeks, stop for 2 weeks, made him medicine, made him different kind of medicine, sent it to him. Larry in turn would buy her cigarettes or give her a gift. He also went to Beaver Lake, built a big smoke fire, walked through the smoke to do his cleansing. So if you want medicine, you want to heal, do the work, because the medicine alone is not going to do it for you. You have to do the work. You have to clean what's inside your body. You have to clean up your past, let it go, because you don't need it today. I believe in this medicine. 2 years ago, I was badly injured in a car accident. I got out of the hospital, I was in so much pain. I was an oxycodone. I was starting to depend on the medicine. So Mary made me some medicine to put on my knees to help with the pain, and I was able to withdraw from the pain pills and use the medicine for almost a year. And one day, it seemed that it was to stop using the medicine because I no longer needed, I was no longer in pain. So the Indian medicine helped me more than the pain pills and healed my bones and everything. This month, I'm going back to the hospital to take out the tubes in my knees. That would have not been possible if Mary's medicine wasn't there to help me. So, if you want to use traditional medicine, have a consultation with your healers here. They'll tell you what kind of medicine to give you, and they will tell you what kind of work they want you to do. Masi.
Next speaker is Mary. Mary LeBrun.
Thank you for talking, Margot. I just feel all people that are sick. Then I learned from my mom, from all elders. I always ask questions how they make medicine. And if somebody is really sick, I just figure out what they need. And then I can't go in the bush now. I get
my son or my brother to get this medicine, and I do that at home. So you have to believe in the medicine that they make for you, and the medicine that they make from the bush. You have to take it where there is no cars, or you get it along the lake or high up on the mountain. My son always go up on the mountain and give me the medicine that I need. He does medicine to George, my oldest son. But I like to thank everybody that listened to this very powerful stuff for me. I can't talk. I always cry. So mercy.
So, have we got any questions for this?
Thank you. A lot of people don't know that I have osteoarthritis in my hands, and it's moved to my chest. And I've been seeing Mary to make me medicine for my hands. And when I was first diagnosed, the doctor gave me Tylenol, regular strength Tylenol and ibuprofen, and those drugs are hard on your liver and your stomach. And I truly believe in any medicine, so I met with Mary about it. And I also recently went to the workshop in Prince Rupert, and we had traditional healers there. And he told me to start using bear grease on my hands and my chest. And I don't take anything but any medicine for the arthritis. I don't have, it was hard to type. It was hard to write and hold a pen. And I think Mary kind of seen, it's really heartbreaking because I can't even hold a dagger. And it was hurting that much. And I was sitting with Mary here, and she said, "What's wrong with you?" So I told her, and then she seen me and the second time she seen me, she gave me any medicine. And I truly believe it. I would take any medicine over Western medication, just because there are so many side effects. And the bear grease, some people think, well, that's bear grease, you smell like a bear. I said, I know I'm the bear clan, but I don't smell like a bear. You can't smell it. If you believe in it, try it. Be open mind, like how Marvin started off, open mind, open heart. It works, and Maggie had made with me, because I had major surgery, she made Kinnick for me. And I truly believe it, and it works. And I just recently learned about how to use beaver castor. So it just helps your open wounds. If somebody could talk a little bit more about that, that would be helpful. And thank you for listening to my story.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Philip Benoit Felix. I got my grandpa Benoit middle name, what my parents gave me. That's many years ago when I was born. I was raised by my parents and my grandparents. I learned a lot of things as I grow up. Now I'm 83 years old and I still remember the things that they went through, in the old days, they had a very, very hard time. There was no doctor, no hospital, no ambulance, no nurse, no medicine. They lived to learn how to use the plan of theirs. They study as they go out traveling. They watch these animals in the winter time, what they eat. In the springtime, they do the same thing. When the cow, a little calf, after the calf born, they watch the cow, what to cure himself. That's how they learn, and they're traditional with how to make medicine. They go up the mountain. They pick the right kind of plant and watch the same thing watch with animals like groundhog. The animals up in the mountain, you know what I mean? We watch them, what they eat, each plant, and they use it, what the animals cure themselves with. Balsam is a really special kind of plant. Like Whut'en learned all that from our parents. Balsam is a very curable medicine. Like my grandson there, he had this lung, he had a problem with his lungs, and it couldn't be cured. The doctor was going to give him a transplant, but wife and I used this balsam, just no other plant but balsam itself, and we don't go run out in the bush anywhere and get it. We go look around for it in a special place you see close by the swamp where no tractor, nobody goes. We pick that. And right now, Darren is doing pretty well. They're not sure yet they're going to give him a transplant. So you see, we believe everything that we make. You believe what you take. We knew we were going to help Darren, so now he's going to go to Vancouver sometime and the specialist is going to check him out. See, they want to know what's curing. They want to know. Even the doctors here in Fort St. James ask us, do you want to sell it? They know we'll make medicine that cure. They know through Darren that will cure them. But no way. We don't sell anything that we believe in. Money is not our problem. The medicine we believe in is our tradition. We help people with it, and that's the way it should be. You see, many people, I see that they make medicine, and the person that's going to use it has to pay for it. I know that all the time. So you see, we don't do things like that. Wife and I, if we make medicine for someone, we pray. We pray so this medicine will help the person. That's another medicine, is your prayer. The most important thing. You see, we live 43 years, wife and I. My wife had a little problem, gets around, hurt his legs, he couldn't walk. That's why she's not here. And then, but still, using the medicine, she's gonna improve slowly. And another thing is, when you make medicine, you don't use all kinds of plants. I know lots of people that make medicine use all kinds of plants. That doesn't work. That wouldn't work. One plant, like I said, we use balsam. Just one plant. That's powerful. And then you could make it as strong as you like. It's not poison, and it wouldn't hurt you. You wouldn't get hungover or anything. Like what the doctor gave you with pills, you get high and you want some more. But this immune medicine is not like that. You can take as much as you can anytime, in the morning, evening, anytime you need it. Even if you're not sick or anything like that, balsam and another one is that order is not a powerful medicine. Because I know, and I believe it, my friend from Prince George is a white man. I call him, what was that, beachcomber, that old guy's name? Red, yeah, we'll call him Red, because he was just like Red, so we'll call him Red. He had cancer. He had cancer in his stomach, and he went to Prince George Hospital and do therapy on him. And he didn't like it, so he got out of the hospital and came up to our place. And they asked us if you know anybody that make any medicine. He said I have cancer in his stomach. So I knew right away. I told him, how do you make it? I showed him, I had some at home. I showed him the thing make medicine and how to make it. You can make it any strong you want. It won't hurt you. The stronger the better. And sometimes, the stronger the better, and then he said, okay, I'll use it. Today, this summer, he came back and was dancing right in front of me. dancing around. You see? I'm all better. I went to the doctor in Prince George. They asked him what he was said. I told him before not to tell anyone, but he didn't. Still they want to find out. They want to find out what to do. Sometimes when you make the medicine, you got to make it the right way. Like I said, most people use all kinds of plants, all different plants, make it medicine in one joint. That doesn't work. Only one plant. Just like I told you, like animals use beaver, springtime and beaver. They don't eat all kinds of plants to cure themselves. They only eat one. And a beaver eat pine needles. They eat pine needles to cure themselves. And that's not a powerful medicine. Only one plant. They don't use all kinds of plants. Only one. So you see, that's how we learn from our elders. They talk to us how to make things and how to avoid all of these plants. Some of these plants are poisonous. So you got to learn all about that, especially out in the wilderness. It's pretty hard for a young generation, I know, to learn, but what you hear is what you want to learn. And I hope to come out for the best. So you can save lives, you can save yourself too. Another thing is, most important thing is, what I see with a lot of people with liver problem, kidney problem. There's all kinds of medicine for that. But when they go to a doctor and give them some kind of medicine, sometimes it'll just kill the pain, but it'll come back again. And you use the right kind of medicine, the right kind of medicine, that will cure you. That's the cure. Like I said, my grandson, we believe, wife and I believe that we can do something for him. And we did. But one thing, he's going to have a little problem. He's got to be under special care where the house is clean, because last spring, the house they're living in Prince George was not the way it should be built. There was a lot of bugs in there. And there he got sick again. Right now he's back in the hospital, and we're still using the box of medicine. Right now it's feeling much better. You see, you gotta believe in things you make, how to live, how you can take care of your kids. Even they're not sick, you give them a spoonful, teaspoon every day. It wouldn't hurt them. But once it gets into their system, you wouldn't see them get sick. Right now, I know a lot of kids, I don't think they use in that kind, they use the cough medicine. We hear them cough. But once that medicine, Indian medicine, gets into their system, that was going to help them quite a bit. They have a hard time getting sick. Like myself, I don't get sick. When I was younger, when I got a hangover, that's the only time I get sick. But 34 years ago. Right now, I keep taking Indian medicine every day. I feel just the way I am right now. 82 years old, I still go out in the bush and cut my own wood. I drive to Morristown right from Tachi, where I get my son. And I drive back 7 days back to Tachi. In one day, maybe most of you can't do it, but I do. You see, that's the kind of, that's how much the Indian medicine can do for you. He does it for me, he'll do it for you too. So, this is a good program, the best you ever put up. That's going to help the lonely young generation and your kids. Someday you might tell your kids how to use these things, how they can pull through life. All these ladies and more, they talk about medicine. Each of us got different way of making medicine. Sometimes it works, sometimes you make a mistake, but you correct. But the most important thing you learn from that is in the spring, summer, and the fall, you watch the animals, you what kind of plant they eat. That's how the old people learn. Most of them old people they're all gone now, but I still remember. They talk about their lives. They had more rougher time than we have. So, if there is anything you want to know, it's not hard to ask. So, you see, all of us know how to live, how to make our living. Especially the things, and one more thing, especially the things you buy in big stores. You go in Walmart or superstore, you see all the meat, fish, everything in the cooler. You don't know how long it's been there. They keep changing themselves. And then when they bring it back in a what is it called? They box it up and put it back in the cooler in a different way in a box. I see when I go in the store like here, anywhere, young generation don't know about this. That's the special thing to know. I see them making when they're shopping full of these boxes that they put back in a cooler, chicken, meat, anything like that. I don't buy, I quit buying meat in the store. They use meat, wild meat, moose meat, fish, salmon. That's the more healthier food because the animals don't eat poison. They know what they eat. And that's how it make our living. I don't say that you better stop buying, it's up to you. Sometimes some of it might be alright. As far as I know, that's how much I earn. I'm giving you my best advice. Just listen. So, good luck to everyone up there, and I hope you learned something today and tomorrow. Listen, especially to the elders who know how to make this medicine. So you may save yourself and save somebody else too. Thank you very much for your listening.
Philip. Philip's right in a lot of ways here. Well, everything he said is positive. We're going to take a 10-minute break now and then carry on. Okay, well, our next speaker here is Leo Monk. He's going to talk about little people. Leo?
Okay, dia hitamnya dia berarti stuck and told what these people they so he's started to my grandpa to told me about them. And Joe Popestani, he told me about them and their stories matched the way they told me. They used to be friends some time ago, but they used to be tenants over there by the church. They say they went hunting from for the tents, they went hunting across the lake, and they were coming back on the ice. Staying at heat that they were 10 and settled, and then they more than big man, they had deer on his back. They were he handed that, they follow him, see where he goes. He went up the door, mom and poked her. Say just like his cat, he ran up in the rocks there, and he went into a hole there. And he pushed out and door, he guy. So I had to throw open, they told me the story. They both told me the same thing. They made him on the ice. They were coming back from hunting, that's where they met that day. He had a deer on his back. Yeah, I thought he stole me. That's what I heard from my grandfather, not Joe Popestani. That's the story I want to tell you guys. They did exist. Yes.
Okay, Charlie Joseph.
할리지한테 낳고 근데 낳겠구나 잘못했어. 저한테 tunzu 가디 dan Sakias supaya expectasi. Esa lesson de tunzi supaya expectasi. April, I need assistance. Could I get assistance up here to help me? Could you recommend anybody? Madison, okay, Madison, come up. You're walking slower. Time limit here, it takes me half an hour, you're wasting that time there. Okay. That is why I expect the dog now. Oh no, the dog is some dog now. On the dog is going. But that got right child window. At that there is now what the dust they the name as this hasn't been possible so. Because you have to take position.
I think he called me Nito.
Interpret for me. That was my big joke for today. Thank you, Madison. You were scored for being here. Thank you. Give her a hand. The reason I did this, I wanted you guys to loosen up. I didn't want you to be uptight, because sometimes it gets boring when we're at meeting like this. Laughter is good. I was just telling you guys, long time ago, there was no power, nothing. We didn't have no form of entertainment except for the radio. The old people, our forefathers, used to tell us stories. And we listened to these stories. These verbal stories stories that they tell us in our language. They tell us in our language, and it's stuck in our heart. My name is Charlie Joseph. My father was Eugene Joseph. I got my history for my children right there, my grandchildren. You want to know how far this history goes back? Us living in and around Stuart Lake. 1660 is the day. That's how long our history is here. At that we talk about our story. Each and every one of you have that. You have a legacy here. You have a history, a very rich history here. And no one should take that away from you. No church, no government, but call us savages. And try to assimilate us with a society that do not belong to us. The way I talk, I'm more of a KO holder. I know all about it. I know about all the people that lives in this land. You know, there was no people like Markanten, Rasin, Ekuchetin. That never was. You know what they call us? Our line rides from between here to Banjo, Prince George, north, past Cart Lake, and all the way northwest to a river called Azul. They call us Whut'en. When I go up that way, they never recognize me as they recognize me as Whut'en. That's the government that is divided us, separated us. But our history says different. Our history says different, and we need to be uplifting one another. I really enjoy this kind of meeting. And now I'm going to talk about how the clan system came about. And if I have time, I want to talk about the potlatch, how it truly was. There's so much things that has been added to the potlatch. It's not the system that we should go on. To begin with, how you got the potlatch. There was this one man, he borrowed money from everybody, borrowed stuff from everybody. Unfortunately, this man passed away. And the people that he borrowed money from, they wanted to take it out of him. So they went to his house for his place of residence. They started throwing him in there, throw the body in there. No heat and no joy. Making fun of him. And there was this rich man was walking by. He seen that commotion, he said, gee, it's maybe Monday or Tuesday. He says, how come they sound like they're having a party there? So he went and investigated. And here they were throwing this dead body in the air, laughing at him, throwing him down. All these things. Oh, I got somebody listening right there. Amen. But anyway, throwing him around, he wanted to get, and this rich guy came and he says, What are you doing to him? And that's anyway. You were there seeing them. I said, that's a human calling that you're doing. And he said, well, he owes that much money, he owes that much money. And the rich man told him, put that body down. He said, I'll pay you whatever you owe. So he paid him. And he said, Leo, get two other guys, stick a grave. Marvin, go wrap that body up. So he paid Marvin and Leo to do that. You and Reddy come up and cook for the people that's going to be serving or whatever. And he paid them both. And he picked out 3 people. He says, you 3 people, tonight, you go home, you're going to have a dream, you're going to get a vision of something that's going to happen to you, and the future of how you're going to be governed. So these people went home. These people went home and they said, and some got a vision. Next day they came to this rich man. First one came. He said, last night I dreamed of a frog. But what a necessity. And the rich guy told him, since you dream of the frog, that frog will be your can. And they said in Indian, we say, that what? He no not side. That's how you say can, no not side. Me not side, meaning my can is so much some not side. And they will call you the CDU. And what does the CDU mean? Where did that word derive from? The reason they call you the CDU is that when you open the mouth of a frog, the CDU babies. When a frog opens his mouth, catch a fly, there's a sticky substance in his mouth, and it's thin. That's what they call the CDU. That is what they call the CDU. And that's why they were called the CDU. The second guy came in, and he said, gee, I dreamt of a beaver. I dreamt of a beaver last night. And the guy said, well, that's going to be your cat. What does the mushroom mean? The very end of the word, you, that's medicine. Beaver castor was used for medicine. Beaver is going to be medicine to your people. This is how the elders told me the story of Day1. It's all the oral stuff that they told me. My wife let me write these stories down. But if I write it down, I know I'll mess up. I want to pass these legends to you. I want you to understand them. I wish I could tell you these stories in my own language, but most of you don't know the carrier language as I do, or as we do as elders. I want to talk about Anbaba and Ram and third guy came in. He said, I dream of the carrot. He said, well, since you dream of the carrot, Why was they called grand animals? Look at the animal. Such a fine animal. It doesn't stay one place when you eat. Always mobile, always going. And he runs with pride. You never see a caribou with his head down like that. Only when he's picking up what is going to eat, it's usually moss. Doesn't leave on anything else. When he's running, he's got his head back and look at the pride of the animal. That's what your grandmother are. When you belong to a clan, according to the elders, there's no such thing as double head. You can be either one. My grandpa, after Chief Bar, according to his living South chain. That's what I have. His father was a machine. His grandpa was a machine. His great-grandpa, his name was not well. He was a machine. That's why we're who we are. That's not where the clan system is. It's clan system. God at the Neza. God at the Keza. My father was at the Neza, head of the mushroom clan. His name, the Neza name was Wali West. And he was also the bearer of a headdress. They called him Zohdak. That's what they're called. And not every member of the clan is Zohdak. They have to be recognized, and they have to be prevalent in the system. That's how they recognize my dad. That's the only time we got to put on that regalia. Just because it looked nice doesn't mean anybody could use that. There's honor in it. Why did they have the Neza and Sekeza? That was our form of government. There's respect in that. When they have their potlatch, it's all totally wrong from what it is today. When they were going to have a potlatch on the hand, but the machine is hard right there. The CD, they're all coming to the building. And what the candidates go and pay out, they all go out and they pick from the other clans, maybe 4 people that knew the songs. They get out, 4 people start singing either the Siliu song, Samashu song, or Grandin song. Whoever's paid now, the clan dancing, they dance into the building, dance around. The Neza led their clans. After the Sekeza, there was 2 people. They carried a blanket. Second time around the building, they put the blanket down. After they stopped singing, people went where they had these blankets. They tasted Easter. That's for the people that sang, for the clan to come in. It's not about riches, it's important. Long time ago, the money was scarce. They put 50 cents, they put $1, But you know what they did? They said he ate his chest. They say wrap it and tie it and put it down. The gifts that they also tested is cutlass, his blanket, was gloves, their hunting jacket, vest. In the summertime, they gave them 3 aprons to wear. And the funny way they called it in our language was tan. And just covered their private spots like that. That was what it's called. Maybe you'll never hear this word again. There's another thing that they gave was hunting pants. All the men used to be wearing this years and years ago. No matter how long. They call this yoke cake. Yoke cake. They put it in all these things. Everything that they put in is they tidy it up. Before the payout or they have their dinner, they pay the singers. And after that, they pay for those that help in the footpaths. Every clan had a token seat. I want you to remember this word also. On that side. On that side is how to say tokens. How do I know this? Like I said, my father was head of a clan. I know everything about the potlatch. When I said the potlatch was our government, yes, it was. I am so much true. If I knew Grand Canyon, if I knew the city, we had our differences of opinion and we got into a fight. If my father was alive, and he saw that I got into a fight with another clan, my father would put a potlatch and he asked for forgiveness from the guy I fight his father. Anita, in Kalezi, Sastino in Ka, Di Basasta. I don't want to have the heartless in our hearts between our families, our clan, so I give you a hand. With the guy's father that I put. Repayment on my father. That is a form of respect that we have in our clan system. It's not about money. When we do give, we give from the heart. We give from the heart. It's not a amount you get at the potlatch as they do now. That's why the potlatch is corrupt. They have no respect for one another. I'm not involved in the potlatch system. It wasn't my choice. Teresa choked up. One day, my father took me aside. Said, "My son, I do not want you to participate in potlatch. I rebelled. I didn't like what my father just told me. I wanted to be a Venezuela like he was. I even picked a name from my forefathers. Not well. That was going to be my name. My father told me no to. For years, I despised my father, but I love my father, so I have to believe. He told me, Ed, si Zikri and Zik Edasti, it is a Hatanas. Said, my son, if you accept Jesus Christ into your heart, only then you're going to find life. You know what? As a survivor in residential school, I didn't believe in God. I was an atheist, agnostic. I don't even care if there was a God or not. You will know the abuse. You will know the hatred. I've been to 100% of those people that went to this residential school, that government system that imposed on us. Try to simulate us into them. 90% of them are institutionalized. Why? Because that's where we work. Some started going to job when they were 7 years old. 16 years old, I didn't have to go to these schools. But our traditional system, our potlatch system, let's get back to the roots of it. Let's get back to the roots of it. Start respecting one another. Start loving one another. There is hope at the end of that tunnel. Start operating the potlatch system as it was. I do not know the city or so. I do not know the grand song. But I know my father's song. I only sang it once. And the people that know about me speaking like this, I want to mention them. Lynn Leon, April Holmes. They're the ones mostly inspire me to speak. My legend, our legend, not mine. I talked to my wife about our legends, what we used to do a long time ago. Tell me right now. I only know our oral history. That's the only thing I can implement. Our language, most beautiful language. I just said, when we speak our beautiful language, when you understand it, it's like angels singing over here. That's how beautiful that language. You never hear some words of the Lord. When you say darkness, nowadays it's darkness. But it's actually makat. Makat. When you wake up night head, no power, it's what that's what that is. Our people like me start teaching our people our language. My interest, my father was an interest. My kind of starch was an interest. My idea my ideas, my opinions, there were interests. I just about lost my life. This is my life, market, so I speak fluent English and carry a education. You in the head educated. You are English. You speak to me in English. Living. Oh, I hurt my heart. For this very reason, I really hurt my mind. They cannot suggest us. And this, you know, yes, gas with it. They cannot have those people. Ulo me ka katahatas. No tipen o kama sande dine gani na tipen. I told you I could have told the story totally in our language, but most of you would understand. But keep it within your heart. If you want to learn our language, you will be able to learn. I wish I could interpret the true way of speaking. Our language is so beautiful. You could break down words and make different words. If you understood that. There's a linguist in Prince George, a Jewish person. His name is Bill Posner. Knows their language really well. Not really now. Phones me up. He goes, emails. Charlie, how do you say this? How do you say that? Why is this word said this way? I tell him, Bill, if you know our language, you break them up. We have to make the word. And take that, yeah. You would take the Chinese and the Afghan, the Tana, of the Tanos Jai. Take as long as a subject, in Tana. If we know a road of life in our path, and we follow that road, we will never get lost. But if we decide to go through the woods, and we don't know where we're going, we are going to get lost. But I'm telling you guys, we have been lost in the English, in the colonization. We're not there. We cannot live like them. The things that they implemented into our system, not that case. We are beautiful people. Look at the history. We're all related. We're not this young girl right there. She's my relative. Descendant of the Samiya. Your great-grandpa's name was Apu Kapu Sambaz. That's our history. I got another cousin way back there. My cousin Annie. There before she asked me, who are you? I told her my name is Charlie Joseph. My dad, Whut'en. When I mentioned my dad's name, she broke down and cried. Say, I miss my brother. I miss him so. I said, you are my relative. Cousin Mabel was down there. This house right there. Thank God I find this house. Yes, we have a rich history. Get back to the Whut'en, the original way. Start respecting the implementation of how to put that system to work with respect, with honor, with dignity. We will do it. We will do it. But our notion and our idea must be of independence. If we're dependent on another system than this, we will never find independence. And to close, I'd like to thank the Chief of NASA. I've seen the former Chief Fred Sam. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. I'd like to thank these young people. I'd like to thank every one of you for listening. Carla, you're going to learn to us and see your desire to learn. I like to see that. I like to see young people. And I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me. In a snake pagani etasni. Absicho, first line. This is the voice of our ancestors that told me these stories. I don't have that imagination to tell you stories like this. It's something that happened. Mr. Chairman, finally I would like to thank you for bearing with me, for being long-winded. If you hear me preach the word of God, I'll be more long-winded. But I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this opportunity. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
Merci, Charlie. Merci, Bill. Very soothing and persuading and just like to thank Leo and Charlie for what he said. He's right. He's true. And what the Pakistan system is right about that. There's far too much money involved. We had a Zach gathering a few years back, and that's what we talked about. The podcast system. It's getting carried away with money. When Charlie mentioned, it should be coming from the heart. Tomorrow, we're going to recap everything that's been said today. So, right now it's lunch time. And lunch was provided by the men of the North. office now, we just form a group and we try and help the community in whatever way we can. And Carla asked the men of the Lord to invite the dinner. So we said we'll do it. And there's your meal in the middle of the north. And before we get started, I'd like to ask Father Sam to say grace. Lord,
remove your hats. Dr. Kara, yeah, this side. Pachaya, Religious Bedome, Physically, Ugani Bedhan, and Astutli. Nebaya Kasidaya, Sucho, Music, Doti, Ukame, Whut'en, Yakas Hakotse, Yakhacha, Mianikane, and Zuyuhen. Zin Whatsak, Nesate, and Bizin, Negani, in case of Trotala, Utawat, Aine, Baban, Nansotutit, wasn't I, Yancha, Netso, Sit, I, Nebanan, Wototit, in case Nehusit was a Dechzanar, Nel, Funzi, Pochaz, Nehanai, Met, Dome. I just said the Our Father, Dr. Kana, Pachai, Chad, which is available.
what's the Lord? So before we get started, can I get if there's any others here that need to be served, if someone can serve them? And yeah, and if the others, please.